All right, guys, welcome to another exciting episode here. This is going to be a really special one, so make sure to stick all the way to the end. We're going to be dropping some gold nuggets. If you're new to my page, my name is Jefferson Ortiz, alongside my brother, John Ortiz. We started a wholesale real estate company right here in Canada, and we also have built a portfolio. If you're new to the page, make sure to like, follow us, and subscribe, and make sure to comment any questions that you have, so we can later make a video about that. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Today, we're going to be talking about one of our clients and what they were able to accomplish with this amazing wholesale real estate business, obviously wholesale real estate in Canada specifically, okay? The title of the video for today, one text message changed everything. This is a Canadian student who closed a $23,000 wholesale deal completely virtual. This is virtual wholesale real estate in Canada. Jump right into it, guys. All right, so meet Yaha. Yaha is a student that we started working with. He was just a curious, young guy who completed a $23,000 virtual wholesale deal. Yaha was just another Canadian wanting to learn wholesale real estate, wanting to sharpen his skills, wanting to make more money. He had no experience in real estate whatsoever. He had no connections. He had no certainty, but he had the drive. And that's what I always say, guys. It's the most important thing that you can bring to this business is your mindset, have the right mindset, set the right goals, and execute. Those are the only three things that you need to be successful in this business. And of course, have a strong, powerful why. You don't need to know anything about real estate. You don't need to know anything about sales. You need to have, massive amounts of capital, but you need to have the will to work hard, put in the work, and show up day in, day out. So that is who Yaha is. Now, the numbers speak for themselves. This is one of his many deals that he's done, but one virtual wholesale deal, right? 0 property visits. This was all virtual, all the way from his home. He never met the seller. He never met with the property. Everything was done with a phone and a laptop. That's all you need in this business, a phone and a laptop, in order to be successful and make $23,000, which is absolutely insane. So again, high-level details. It was a $23,000 assignment fee. So it was a $23,000 wholesale fee. 20 days start to finish. So 20 days to close. So it was a very fast closing. It was a cash offer that was received on this property. This particular property is in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Okay. Again, 0 visits, so everything was done completely virtual. Never met with the seller, never met with the buyer, never walked the property. Everything was done, again, like I said, with a laptop and a computer. What is the total outcome of this? A $23,000 wholesale fee. I'll repeat that again, a $23,000 wholesale fee. Again, Yaha doesn't come from money. He doesn't come from, a real estate background. But again, he was determined. He had the will. He put in the work, and therefore he got the results. Now, I will mention this, guys. Not everything was a straight, uphill. There was some downhill in terms of there was deals that he worked on prior to this one that didn't quite make it to the finish line. But again, he followed the process. He put in the work, and he executed. And again, he had a strong reason why. If that is you, that is all you need to succeed in this business. That's why we love this business. We believe is one of the best business to be in 2026. If you're looking to sharpen your skill, you're looking to make more money, and you're looking to get into real estate. Like, I don't know any other business where you can, work a little bit, not a little bit, where you work, you put in the work, you have a contract, in a piece of contract, like a piece of paper. Let's just say this piece of paper. A piece of paper like this can make you $23,000. Like, I just don't know any other business that can do something like this. Now, this right here is the conversation between me and Yaha. Again, this isn't edited, it's unscripted. This is literally Yaha's own words, because I think it's more important than me talking about it. I want to showcase and show the text messages from him. So you can see here, Yaha, hey, bro, close that deal I communicate a lot through WhatsApp. only up from here. I'll call you sometime this week. Let's set something up. And I say, hey, man, let's go. How much? Give me the details, right? Like let's go, because we've been working on so many deals. He said, made $23,000, not bad. 20 days, start to finish. Under contract August 2nd, close August 22nd. And I said, let's go. That's solid. He said, yeah, bro, definitely send me up on to the next. And I said, the best part about it is that you got sharper and you get better each time that you do this business. He said, I did this one fully virtual. House was in Saskatoon. I didn't step foot in the door. So you can see here, again, a text message directly from Yaha on this particular deal. Again, guys, this is real conversations. This is a real student, and this is what he was able to accomplish. Now, Yaha at this point has done well over 10 deals, and he's also scaling into the multifamily space and also looking into building his own property management. And I always say this, you never know where that first deal is going to take you. You never know where that first conversation is going to take you. You never know where that first assignment fee can take you. For us, when we started out, we invested back into the business, but then we also started acquiring and buying real estate with the proceeds from wholesaling and with the skills of wholesaling. So wholesale is the doorway, and you never know where it's going to take you. As you can see here, Yaha has completely changed his trajectory of his future and is completely crushing it. So again, guys, doesn't take, you don't have to be nothing special. You don't have to be, good at sales. You don't have to be, you just have to be willing to put in the work and be relentless. So again, if that is you, that is all you need to be successful in this business. And again, have a very strong, powerful why you're doing this and a very strong goal. That's usually what I like to start off with. Now, success isn't luck. It's a process, right? And that's the difference between somebody who's just trying to wing it, just trying to do it, versus somebody who actually has a down path process. Because you got to think about it. Every successful, if you think about entrepreneurs, every athlete, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, they all had a coach, not just one. They had many different coaches that helped them become the best version of themselves, right? So everybody from Tiger Woods, Michael Phillips, anybody who you can think of that is a successful in business or has done something successful, they all had mentors, coaches, and people that helped them get to their goals. And same thing with myself. I've invested well over $100,000 into personal development, coaches, communities, and that has just completely changed the trajectory of our business. So it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter what you do, there's always a mentor and there's always a coach that can help speed up the process, right? Help cut the learning curve by half. And that's what happened here, right? Again, every successful deal flow follows the same repeatable steps. Once you master the process of wholesale real estate in Canada, the results will follow. I always say that, right? Once you complete your first wholesale deal, it's the same process over and over again. You're just simply dealing with a different seller in a different property in a different situation, but the process is always going to be the same. So what is the process, right? Learn the system, build your foundation, right? You have to have a strong foundation, right? Find motivated sellers, right? Target the right leads, talk to the right owners that are actually interested in selling their property. They're motivated. Third, analyze correctly. Make sure we underwrite the deal. We run the right numbers. We use the right contracts. Run the numbers with precision, right? And the last part is market the contract and assign and get paid, right? Find the right buyers, talk to the right buyers, qualify the right buyers, and ultimately assign the property to the right buyer. That's what it's all about. Now, if you're here like, oh my God, can this be me? Can I do this? Absolutely. There's nothing special about me. There's nothing special about Yaha other than the fact that we were willing to take action. We took, action with what we were doing and we made it happen. But that's the only difference. Like I said, I'm nothing special. But again, I had a relentless will to be successful and I had a strong why, which is my family. So again, go back to your why. Why do you want to do this? Why do you want to be successful? Why do you want to have a business? Why do you want to make more money? What's the reason? Like there has to be a deep reasoning behind that. So again, what is the biggest takeaway here? Give me 1 second, guys, here. What is the biggest takeaway here? And what are some lessons that we can learn from Yaha, right, on his $23,000 virtual wholesale deal? So they say success leaves clues, right? Every success leaves a blueprint. Here's what Yaha deal teaches Everybody, whether you're aspiring wholesaler, whether you heard about wholesaling in the US, whether you have done a couple deals, but this is what every successful wholesaler that I've seen, including myself, have done. What is this first thing? Action beats perfection every single time. Without action, you're never going to succeed. Virtual wholesale actually works anywhere in Canada. We do virtual deals all the way from Hamilton. We do them all the way in Ontario. We do them all the way in Saskatchewan. We do them in Nova Scotia. We do them in Alberta. We do it all the way in the US. We even do virtual deals in our own market just because we understand that we can do it all virtual, so why go in person? Instead of me traveling and going to see a seller, I can do it all virtual, and I can do multiple deals instead of going to the seller. But again, if you're starting out, you could also do it in person. But again, this can be done completely virtual. And again, in today's technology, all you need is a laptop and a phone. That's all you really need. Now, Canada has incredible untapped opportunity. Unlike the US, Canada is not nowhere near as saturated with wholesale real estate as the US is. In the US, I mean, honestly, every market has well over 100 wholesalers because the room to enter the market is so low. You can go get a list, you can do this, you can get pre-foreclosures. In Canada, because there's a bit more of a learning curve, it's a bit different when it comes to wholesaling. That also makes it so that there's less people doing it, which ultimately gives more opportunity to the ones that are willing to go out, execute, and make it happen. Now, one deal, think about that for a second. I'll say that again. One deal can completely change your year, the trajectory of your life. Not only that, but the people around you, your family. If you have kids, your wife, your mom, whoever your why is. So that's all you need to focus. And when I started out, I always recommend folks focus on that first deal. Just focus with all your energy on that first deal, because once you get that first deal, is the same repeatable process. Okay. Now, again, I'm all about imagining and imagine this, right? Imagine this was your text message, right? And this was a text message that you sent maybe your family, your mom, your brother, your wife, your kids, right? I just closed my first deal and I made $23,000. Now, I know, of course, if you're watching this video, all I want you to do is just use a little bit of your imagination and actually close your eyes and actually imagine yourself sending that text message to anybody around you, family, friends, anybody who supports you or wants you to do well. And you said, I just made $23,000. I mean, think about that. How would that change the trajectory of your life? How would it change the people around you? I mean, what would you be able to do with $23,000? Maybe pay off some debt, maybe invest back into the business. Like, what would you be able to do? That's just one deal. Imagine doing one deal every single month, right? So just imagine it for a second. Again, sending that message to your family, one deal, one moment, one decision that can completely change the trajectory of your life. And again, guys, very passionate about this because that's all it took for me. I just needed to do one deal. Once I saw the money in my bank account, I saw that this was real. I just went all in because this is, again, in my opinion, one of the greatest businesses that you can get started in 2026, where you can invest a little bit of money, but then you can make those massive returns on the back end. Again, it's all about the imagination. If you can see it here, then you can see it in real life. Now, I went back for a second. Last but not least, guys, again, the reason I make this YouTube video is to encourage you guys to go out there, execute, and to debunk the myth of that you can't wholesale real estate in Canada that is on the US. That's complete BS. You can 100% do it here in Canada. There's plenty of opportunity, and there's not as much competition as there is in other markets like the US. So that is the main reason why I make these videos. Again, this is not a sales pitch. This is just literally us sharing what we've learned, sharing people in the community, and sharing what they've been able to be successful with. Okay. And that's why I create these YouTube videos, right? Because I don't want there to be people not wanting to take action without because they don't have the resources. There's plenty of opportunity, plenty of things out there. However, if you're like, okay, Jeff, I like what I heard, I like Yaha's story, I can relate to it, and I can definitely understand that with a proven system, I can get to my goals a lot faster than if I were to go on my own, then what I would encourage you to do is to book a call with our team. Now, there is a bit of a qualification process because we don't work with everybody. We want to make sure that it's the right fit for you and the actually the right fit for us. And again, I just want to be upfront as well. There is an investment required. This is not free, right? There is an investment required if you want to learn, directly from us and have our system, our contracts, our marketing, the buyers that we have. We have over 50,000 buyers in Canada and the US. We build an amazing system when it comes to generating the leads. And then we also have all the contracts that you need. So we basically have the blueprint for you to get to your first deal very, very fast. And then from there, be able to scale. So if that is you, again, you like what you heard, you believe this is the right system for you, you believe that we are the right, mentors for you, and you want to further look into it, and you want to book a call with our team, go ahead. You can book a call. This is our website, Wholesale Real Estate Canada. I'll also put the link in the notes in the comments. But again, we'll help you with how to find sellers, how to find buyers, and everything in between the contracts to analyzing to negotiation and everything in between. Now, I'm also going to put in here my email. If you want to email me to book a call, that's fine. I'm putting our link there, and then I'll also put the link to book a call. The call itself is free. There's no cost for the call. And again, we'll take a look at your situation, make sure that is the right fit, and make sure that we can actually help you achieve your goals. And if all those things if all those things are good, then we can move on to explain to you how we can help you and how we can work together. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Again, make sure to like, follow us, subscribe, and make sure to put in the comments any questions that you had. Put maybe in the comments, what was your biggest takeaway of Jan's story? And what I always say is, do you want to become our next success story? If that is you, make sure to book a call, and then we will discuss a little bit further about how we can make that happen for you. All right, guys, enjoy, take care, and crush it.